Welcome to episode 13 of the Avid Dreams Podcast. It's your boy JASHAR and my co-host
Chanel. Per usual.
We've been really busy lately.
Yep.
Hectic schedules, and it's not leaving us the time that we want to have. You know what I'm saying? But we are here with another episode, and shout out to the table right now. Chanel was wrapping some presents on here, super glitterly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put some of that on my ugly Christmas sweater real quick.
The wrapping paper fire though. You can't tell from the glitter being on the tablecloth, but the wrapping paper is fire.
This actually is pretty fire.
Yeah. So
I'll have something else.
Only the finest for family and friends.
Oh.
That's right. Only the finest.
Such a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you can see, Christmas is coming this week actually. And I decided to put on my ugly Christmas sweater, just to get in with the tradition.
But is anything really ever ugly when Spider-Man's involved?
I don't think it is.
I'm just saying,
I don't think it is. But let's get into our first topic. The Kid Cudi album just dropped. Man on the Moon 3. I personally am a pretty big fan of it.
I expected it to be awesome.
You didn't like it?
I didn't listen to it yet.
Oh. I expected it to be. I thought you was finna come in slamming.
When was his last album?
I want to say like a couple years ago.
Couple?
Yeah, it's a couple.
Probably,
I think maybe 5.
Yeah, because they was doing him like they did Rihanna, where they was like, when you putting out something more.
Yeah.
New.
And he was working on this TV show. I think it's like this cartoon he's putting together where it's supposed to have a full soundtrack to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was working on that, and he made a couple songs, and he was like, this feels like Man on the Moon. Let me finish it up.
I'm excited to listen to it. As long as he has the traditional Cudi humming, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
If the humming's in there, I'm sold.
Yeah, he talked about some pretty good stuff on there. It feels like, a happier Kid Cudi, which is cool.
This is post his drug phase, right?
Post his drug phase. He's going, getting himself clean. He's feeling better. He's back in the studio. He's working with Eminem. He's working with Travis Scott. They're now on the album. But, he put out a couple of single tracks here and there with those two guys. And I'm just like, seemed like he back in the chair. So I listened to the album. It's pretty dope. I downloaded most of it, actually, off of Apple Music. And
so when you say you downloaded most of it, did you listen to the whole album and then selected which one you want to keep? Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure people knew like these are selected songs, not just like, oh, I'm gonna download the one.
Right.
And then
it's hard for me to like a full album these days.
I think it's like that for everybody.
But I feel like everybody has at least one good track when they put out an album. Everybody.
You mean even people who trash?
Yeah, even people who trash. Everybody's got one song.
I think it's mostly probably production.
Yeah.
Like a good production piece.
But most of his album is fire.
I haven't heard any complaints with it at all.
Listen to Another Day that's got mad vibes on it. He winds up talking about his mental health journey in Mr. Solo Dolo 3, which is real good. It's a real song to listen to. Like when you're inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
Real felt. Ooh, beautiful.
Is it just emotional? Is production is beautiful?
It's the production and his vocals. Think about you remember that Rihanna song? That was
Same Old Mistakes?
Same Old Mistakes.
Ooh.
He's got the vocals laying behind, the production in there. And he's got the humming on that song. Oh.
He got the humming on there too? Ooh.
That song hit all levels. I think that's my favorite song off of there. He's got a song called She Knows This, which sounds like a new age version of Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the song that starts with a sample from Scott Pilgrim.
Okay.
And he played that. I listened to that. And I was like, hey, this is Scott Pilgrim. And that boy had me cracking up. And then I was just like, ooh, it is nice. So that's a pretty dope album. I don't know what I would give it.
Are you doing out of 5 mics or 1 out of 10? Let's do a 1 out of 10. It gives it. I think
I was thinking More 1 out of 10. I would do something like that. I would probably give it like 7.5, 8.
Okay.
It's a pretty good album. I wound up getting most of it, like I said. Pretty dope.
But not like a classic?
Huh?
It's not like giving you classic vibes.
No, I wouldn't say it was a classic. I've been living with it this whole week. And I'm not tired of the songs that I got so far. But out of all the songs that I really like, none of them hit that super level where I was just like, this is it. But it's a really good album.
Okay.
You know what I'm
saying? So
saying?
you didn't have one of those ones where you were just like, this is it. Like this is a.
Yeah. You know, like when you listen to Nothing Was the Same.
Worst Behavior does that to me.
Mm-hmm.
The production on that is dope.
When I listened to the first song on that album, Tuscan Leather, I was like, this is an instant classic. You like Tuscan Leather?
Yeah. I like the whole album. The whole album. It's beautiful. Beautiful work of art.
I didn't know you listened to Tuscan. Ooh, that boy is.
The whole Kid and Caboodle is my jam. Like that is a classic album in my book. Classic.
That's what's up.
I think that album came out when I was like mid-20s.
Yeah, probably something like that. Came out 2013.
Yeah, every time I put it on, it just gave me good vibes, good feels. Like the production was dope. Obviously, Drake's lyricism is unmatched.
Unmatched.
It wasn't, yeah.
That dropped around the same time that GTA 5 dropped. And I used to have that whole album just playing back to back to back.
I
was playing GTA 5. It made the game colder and made the album colder at the same time. I still listen to some songs and like imagine myself driving in the desert in like a Ferrari.
I know. I love those feel good. I like especially the ones where you feel like you're driving or you're levitating towards space, and they got like this whole like just ethereal type of feel to the song, which is kind of like Same Old Mistakes that you kind of brought up. I love that. I get the same vibe when I listen to Travis Scott with Kid Cudi on it. The one song that they did.
Oh yeah.
The one where you're just like kind of levitating and like you're just like floating.
What's the name of that song again?
Look at you already.
Sing it for me. Sing it, sugar. Sing it, baby. There you go.
That's my song. That same one was. I got a bunch of them where I just be like sitting there and just like my eyes just like.
Is it called Late Night?
I feel like it's something else. Something else in
yeah,
front
that's
of it.
not it. That's not it. We gonna come with
another something. Another. I don't know, man.
We gonna come back.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But speaking of you having this whole Spider-Man get up thing on right now, there's been a lot of talk about the third Spider-Man movie, the third installation of Spider-Man. And there's been a lot of talk around who's going to be in Spider-Man 3, right? The awesome thing about this is, of course, we already love our selected Spider-Man that we've been riding with for some years now.
Tom Holland.
But on top of that, there's always
he's not dead.
also a very...
He's not dead. What are you doing?
What's up, Tom?
Tom Holland.
The awesome thing is that people hold one of the... And I feel like this happens for every superhero. People hold a certain trilogy or a certain system of movies close to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And for Spider-Man, obviously we know what Batman is, a Christian Bale trilogy that's like hands down a masterpiece.
You ask Dad, it would be Michael Keaton because he old.
Man, the new trilogy is just...
He's not gonna watch it.
Yeah. Cinematography wise, like the trilogy Batman with Christian Bale is just beautiful. Beautifully put together. But for the people who were teens, early 20s, around the time when...
Can we debate that for a sec?
What?
I like Christian Bale better as Bruce Wayne. But I like Ben Affleck better as Batman.
Yeah, you can debate that.
For sure.
I can get it. I'll go with that. I'm very, very, very sensitive about my Bruce Waynes.
That's fair.
Because in the costume, you can basically be anybody in the costume. Like, they can easily put a stomach in there. I just be watching it, like, and not knowing the difference. Bruce Wayne has to be like, that's why I'm a little bit worried about our new Batman. Because he looks a little soft. Like, he has his hair cut here. I don't know.
You didn't watch Tenet.
I don't want to make any assumptions before I see it. I'm cool with the selection.
I think he got the swagger for it.
Maybe so. I feel like he might make a better Batman than Bruce Wayne.
We're talking about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I think he might make a better Batman than Bruce Wayne. Just, yeah.
See, I think he will make a better Bruce Wayne than a Batman.
Okay.
I mean, we seen like the little clip of him beating somebody down, and I'm just like, that's dope. But I'm like, that's one scene. That's not the same scene as the Batman Superman scene with Ben Affleck. Yeah. You watch that Batman scene, that's the ultimate Batman live action scene ever.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I put my foot into it.
But see, everybody has their own beloved version of the superhero, right? And I feel like our beloved, millennials' beloved version of Spider-Man was with Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire?
That trilogy was like our... He's not dead. He's not dead. Ours was Tobey Maguire. And hearing that he's gonna be making an appearance in the new Spider-Man with Tom Holland and another Spider-Man that we thought did quite good job.
Yeah, I thought he was cold. I thought he was a dope Spider-Man.
Great actor.
I think there were some things that I think there was some things about his character that made him like a better Spider-Man than even the current one. Like where he was stopping, help like little things from time to time. Like this little kid was getting picked on, and he moved the bullies out the way, but then he also fixed the kid's science project and walked him to school. And I was like, that's some Spider-Man stuff that we ain't seen Tom Holland do.
Yes. You mean like a stressed situation?
Yeah, more like, just helping out the little guy from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Being like a superhero figure.
See, my thing...
Like this little kid looked up to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, I got you, man. Like, let me walk you to school and make sure you're all good.
My most beloved scenes of superhero movies for how I gauged how well they are is how if they can draw an emotional reaction for me. Because I'm not like a super emotional person, like in public either. So I'm in the movie theater and I'm like bawling when I'm like just doing it. That's it for me. Like when Andrew Garfield did the one where Gwen Stacy.
Yes.
That
was another thing that made him like one of the top Spider-Mans too.
Yes, that
people were saying he was trash for years, but he's not trash.
He wasn't trash at all.
He's not trash.
He got me there. Like he really got me there. I was
just had a rough script.
Obviously, yes. And the script was a huge thing.
But he killed it.
He got me. Yes, that got me right there. Tom Holland did it. He did it when he was. You remember when he was trapped under that rubble?
Oh,
he couldn't move, and he was starting. Like he sounded like he sounded like a teenager.
Sounded like a scared teenager.
A scared teenager, and I was literally sitting watching it like. Oh, like you wanted to help him, like lift some stuff up or whatever.
That scene and the scene that where he got into the jet with Happy Hogan after he got picked up overseas.
Oh yeah.
When he got hit by a train and he was talking about I'm not Iron Man, all that. I was just like,
I don't know. You just really feel.
I'm
trying to think of when. Okay, yeah, I think Toby's was like just rejection over rejection over rejection from Mary Jane. He just looked defeated every time.
Yeah, I'll say like Spider-Man 2.
And when he got his ass beat by Green Goblin.
Ooh.
I was like...
That one was low-key scary when I was little.
Oh, it was 100% scary.
I was like, he just took a bomb to the face and blew his mask off. I was like, oh my God, were they going to kill him?
I know.
It's the first movie, what are they going to do?
Yeah. The only thing I haven't really been into with the Tom Holland stuff, and it's probably because they're trying to breed a new audience that's younger than my generation. So like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, like I watch them, but I'm not as engaged with them because I feel like they're shooting towards the Gen Z instead of millennials.
I think personally, he's the best Peter Parker, and I feel like his stories haven't been as great as like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
No,
that's how I feel.
It's kind of
like
it's
if you
goofy.
took like gave him like a better. Because I don't think like his his movies are trash by any means. Because I like Far From Home. That was really dope.
Yeah, that was good.
But like, it does feel like they trying to push for like a younger audience.
Yeah, but it's like it's not even.
But when you
it
show
comes off as very like juvenile. Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. And everybody in that movie is pretty like Zendaya. None of them are.
Yeah, I feel like he shines more like in the collaboration movies that he was in. Like when he popped up in Infinity War, I was like, that's Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? He showed up in Civil War, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm really excited to see all of these storylines come kind of together. From what it sounds like, are we gonna get like a Into the Spider-Verse type thing?
I hope so.
Because I'm here for it.
So basically, what they've said so far is that Kirsten Dunst and Andrew Garfield has signed on. They're still in talks with Tobey Maguire. He's signed on. I feel like they said that the reason he hasn't signed on is he wants more screen time.
I don't blame him. He hasn't been really doing much.
I mean, besides that, he's the first Spider-Man. He deserves
100%
more screen time. They also said that Alfred Molina, Dr. Octopus from the Tobey movies, he's coming back. They say Charlie Cox is possible that he signed on for it. Charlie Cox plays Daredevil from the Marvel shows on Netflix, which is really dope.
He's dope.
Jamie Foxx is supposed to be coming back. And then, I feel like Jamie Foxx was good in that movie too. He just didn't have a good script.
I think he's an amazing actor. I know it was the script. Period. This is my thing though. I don't want whoever wrote the first two Spider-Mans with Tom Holland to do this movie. That's my issue.
It's the same person.
I understand. I just really don't. I would have really preferred somebody who did Tobey Spider-Man
or like Andrew. Marcus and McFeely, the guys who did Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame.
I would take that because
those dudes wrote it
with this wealth of actors in there. Like he hasn't been having that much. I don't feel like the wealth has been there with what he's been allotted. Like he's got Zendaya, where she's awesome, and he's got Jamie Foxx, Michael Keaton. Yeah, we're kind of like outside of his realm. Like he was kind of big way back, but and I still love Michael Keaton, but I feel like the wealth of characters he has here, like he really is gonna have to like open it up. And if I watch it, I'm disappointed. Like I might write off Spider-Man, like his Spider-Man movies, if Tom Holland does anything past. Like don't mess this up. Don't mess it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Like seriously, Toby, like that's like if we watch the new Batman and they're like, oh, we're gonna bring in Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and we like, don't fuck it up. Right. You have some weight on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like you gotta.
And he still has to be the star standing next to these other dudes.
Exactly. Like you gotta really like you're standing on like a very thin line. Like don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
It's a very big deal. So I was expecting us to get some type of trailer by this month at some point. Because every time they drop like a Spider-Man trailer, it's always in December or something like that. Because it's dropping next year. Like around this time next year, it's dropping. So I thought we were going to get like some type of teaser or something. But we haven't gotten anything yet. But as soon as it does, I'm going to be so hyped. And we're going to have to let you guys know how we feel about it.
I need popcorn for the first trailer.
I mean, I'm going to be very disappointed if all of this is lies. Because people have been talking about it for months. And for the trailer to come out and be like, hey, all of that was just bullshit. You guys really thought it was gonna... I'm going to be very upset.
But I think Marvel/Disney is responsible enough to understand.
To understand the pedestal.
Yeah, the rumors that's been going on. They're like, if we can't deliver this, like... Because, they all about the cheddar cheese. Because they have these rumors standing. Like, if, like, the rumors are coming out, like, we have all of this, like, huge, like, the movie's going to be on the pedestal at that point, like you were saying. if we can't provide that, we have to bring Tony back. we gotta
bring him back. He can't hold the movies down.
Yeah, like I gotta do something that's like out of this world.
I think they know that like they gotta do something big with Spider-Man.
If they can't get this done, then they're gonna have to figure it out.
There's also been some news that came out that the Tom Holland contract is being extended a little bit longer because he's technically supposed to show up in this movie in an unspecified role, which we think is going to be Doctor Strange, because those movies are connected apparently. Because Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3. That's how I'm thinking. How he opens up the gates so Toby and Andrew can come through. Doctor Strange is the key.
But Jamie Foxx isn't going to be like the main.
I don't think so. Jamie Foxx was.
I know what he means.
You know, he was just the villain from Andrew Garfield's movie. I don't think he would definitely wouldn't be the main.
I know, but if Doctor Strange feels a need to bring all these extra people in, like they're facing a pretty formidable.
Well, see, I feel like Doctor Strange. This is like a guess right here.
But I'm saying, like, even if Doctor Strange is a catalyst for it, like I feel like if they're bringing all this in, somebody. Like, did Thanos resurrect? Like, like, what are they? It'd have to be kind of a big deal.
It would have to be a big deal.
Like, who would they bring in for that? Like,
so basically, the way Kevin Feige put it together is WandaVision is supposed to happen, and then what happens in this TV show spills over into Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange has to come in and try and fix things, and then I'm assuming Either he comes with some type of conclusion by the end of Spider-Man 3, or he spills over into his movie, where Wanda's supposed to be in it.
Okay.
But I'm thinking something happens on her TV show that splits up the multiverse. Doctor Strange shows up. Maybe Spider-Man's just swinging around. He's like, yo, this dude's wearing my costume, swinging. You know what I'm saying? Doctor Strange's like, that's not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he shows up to try and fix things.
Yeah.
That's my early guess.
You know what really makes me sad? Like, I never wanted this to end.
Me neither.
I never wanted to end. When Endgame happened, I was like, no. no, you can't do that.
No.
Keep it going.
You can't do it.
Like, take my money.
Yeah.
Literally, this is the only thing I ever say this to. Take my money for the Marvel.
And the way they just connected
everything. I know, everything's just so woven beautifully together. And it's like,
be so deep.
Beautiful Marvel.
WandaVision's ass.
I know.
So deep in that
show.
show.
All in that. Yeah. I guess it was a Loki trailer too?
Oh yeah, that was another thing. That was on one of the things we was going to talk about. Disney released a whole lot of Disney Plus shit. Like, I want to say like at least 9 different shows for Star Wars. And like a shit ton of shows and movies.
Can you blame them? No, they making Keiko Mandalorian. I, for one, click on the Marvel movies through there all the time, so I don't have to use DVDs.
So they got at least like a gang of new shows that's coming in the Disney Plus.
I saw the one with
they all get the movie budget. You hear about Armor Wars? I want to see that. I'm really excited about that.
No, I haven't heard about that, but I love War Machine. I saw the one for Captain America, quote unquote.
With the Falcon and I'm excited for that. You see the trailer for that? I'm excited for that.
I was like, I'll watch it.
That's how I was kind of feeling. I was just like, yeah. But I feel like it's going to be deeper than that.
I feel like it will be. I'm going to still watch it.
Yeah.
But those are like my least. You already know like how I feel about Winter Soldier. You already know how I feel about Falcon. And then put them together in a show. Like, I'm going to still watch it. But I'll be watching like. However, I don't dislike them as much as I did dislike Wanda. But I'm still going to watch that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Because I am a Marvel whore.
I'm a Marvel whore. You know what? I want to say I was more excited for the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer than I was for the Loki trailer.
Yeah, that makes sense though. Loki trailer. I just said that out. I said that out loud like not 2 seconds ago, not 2 minutes ago. But now, like in my head, like what part of the timeline is this? Because he got choked out by Thanos. Choked out.
Well, actually, we'll watch the trailer after all this wraps up. But basically, they show like the clip from Endgame at the beginning of the trailer, where like they're all in the lobby from like the 2012 Avengers, and then like the little stone gets kicked in front of him and he grabs it and he disappears.
That's right.
That's what starts the show.
So it's gonna be like that.
Yeah. Owen Wilson is in it.
Ooh, I love Owen Wilson.
I'm hyped.
I'm excited to see that, man.
I'm hyped. But not as hype as Falcon and Winter Soldier. I feel like that might be a little bit better.
Honestly, I'm really excited about all of them. I have not gotten any Marvel fix this year, and I'm not okay with it.
The fact that
I was just watching Infinity War like a couple hours ago. Yeah, like around like 5 o'clock. I was just watching.
I want to see it.
Yeah, man. Infinity War. So long. You gotta back it up with Endgame. Like all of it is just so spiritually, so spiritually cleansing and spiritually.
Yeah,
it's like lotion to the soul, body cream to the soul. I was watching this chicken soup. I watched it. I'm just like, this is how it was always supposed to be. Yep. Like, I love those movies. They're very near and dear to me. And I've been watching Batman Trilogy too, because I can go on a whole talking stream about the Batman Trilogy. The whole way it was put together, it's like ballet for the eyes.
Ballet for the eyes.
But
never heard that one before, but okay.
But yeah, and I tried watching Gotham. I started watching Gotham a little bit too.
A TV show?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's cool. It's a little bit. It's not what I expected, but
I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Like Jada Pinkett's in there, she does a pretty good job. And then the guy from what was that, Orange County, that old show. He's in it. A dude from Grounded, the dad from Grounded, that show on Fox. He's on there. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of people, but it's a pretty cool show. Like I feel like I found Daredevil a little bit more entertaining. But that was because Daredevil just had amazing camera work. But yeah, it's a pretty okay show. They showed a lot of Bruce.
Wait, you watched the Daredevil show on Marvel? I mean, on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched it when it first started. I was watching. I was like, this is some amazing camera work. But yeah, they showed young Bruce Wayne too. Like, I don't really, that part I'm not kind of getting, because he's a little bit more, I guess, authoritative when it comes to what's the butler's name?
Alfred. You
guys know my memory is a shot. But anyways, he's a lot more authoritative with Alfred than I remember him, because he's always been like a meek little child until he had to come to the forefront with his fears of bats. But yeah, he's just a little bit more authoritative than I thought he would be. But yeah, I just feel bad for him and I think young Gordon lost their dads. Wow. But as we know, a father and son relationship is very important, which kind of leads into Wiz Khalifa.
So that with the segues there. Let's go. So Wiz Khalifa was in the news because he kissed his son on the mouth.
First of all, what do you think of it?
People are not happy about that. I honestly just feel like you kiss your babies.
I've kissed, when I was younger, I kissed my mom on the mouth.
You kiss your babies. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I feel like people, every once in a while, me and my mom will. But not every time. But I feel like in other cultures, non-American cultures, it's pretty standard to kiss your kids on the mouth. So that's why when you were hearing this all crazy, everybody talking crazy about it. And then the Amber Rose thing too, everybody has so many remarks and comments to make about parenting, yet we still have this amount of dumb,
shitty children in America.
Attitudey, just spoiled children. You guys are the last people we should be taking parental advice from. Right. The last. So I wasn't surprised to hear that they made this whole thing up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. I kiss my babies.
You should. I
kiss my babies all the time.
They did a study of babies who did not get affection when they were infants versus ones that were getting affection. Obviously, they were still babies when they concluded the study.
Okay, I was about to say that's messed up.
Yeah, no, they were still babies when they concluded the study, but basically they were studying how the kids' health was after getting affection versus not, and attention versus not. And the babies who got a lot more affection and attention and touch and care from the parents were a lot more healthier than the ones that weren't. Mm. And also, are we going to start combating skin-to-skin contact after a woman gives birth to her child?
Apparently, that's the next thing. Watch the next celebrity post a video or post a picture of themselves butt naked with their baby. People gonna go off. Because they like to go off about everything.
There's like this weird, like, it's a weird dynamic that we've created for parental and parental-child relationship, parent-child relationship. It's gotten into weird territory.
Yeah, I feel like it's been there for a few years now.
I completely agree, but that's a whole. I can go to a rabbit hole with that. It's just it has to do with I feel like how liberal we've become, and how cautious we've become. But that's like a whole
crazy stuff.
Different conversation with that one, but yeah, it's crazy.
Well, it brings me a heavy heart to have to announce this, but R.I.P. to Tommy Lister. He was Debo from the Friday movies. I personally like him more as the president in the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
But everybody knows him as Debo from the Friday movies. I'm not exactly sure how he passed, but yeah, he just passed a few days ago, so R.I.P. to him.
Also, R.I.P. to our Wayne County Sheriff.
Oh, when did that happen?
Today.
Wow.
He was died apparently, I think December 13th. He took a test, he was negative, and then on the 17th he came down with a fever, and then he was on the ventilator not too long after that, I think, and he just passed away.
Wow.
That was November 17th, I hope I said. Sorry. So November 13th, November 17th. Yeah, he just passed away.
From the COVID?
Yeah.
Wow.
Complications from COVID. A lot of people aren't taking this seriously, and I think another huge thing with it is that people aren't understanding the long-term detriments that you get with catching the virus. It hasn't been talked about wide, like in mainstream, but I have been hearing like testimonies of people like long-term loss of taste, loss of smell. Did you hear Jeremiah had to learn how to walk again?
Yeah, he had to relearn how to walk. He had some skips in his memory.
Yep.
I was like, wow. And
then if you do catch it, you can be asymptomatic, obviously. You've been talking about that for a while. But it's also been communicated that you lose, 30% lung capacity over the course of your life after you catch it, even if you're asymptomatic.
Wow.
So there's a lot of long-term effects from COVID that a lot of people aren't talking about. Obviously, Jeremiah had it really bad. It's nothing to play with, and that's kind of why I've been a little bit upset about it, just because of how lightly people are taking it. And I've seen people close to me go through it. You've seen, obviously, your uncle. And I think it doesn't hit close to home until it hits close to home for people. So, but with that being said, with the danger and how lengthy the pandemic has been, we've been in talks of the vaccine being tested and passed and being distributed soon.
Also, make sure you guys keep those masks up. But yeah, there was about 84,000 I think different vaccines, well, not different vaccines, 84,000 in volume doses that came into Michigan. It was just approved by the FDA, so there's like I think they approved it for like emergency cases for now. But yeah, there's been like a couple of celebrities who stepped out and said that they've taken it.
Really?
His name, Ian McKellen.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Pence took it, I think, publicly.
Yeah, Mike Pence just took it as well. So they're trying to get people on board to, try and take this this vaccine. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of leaning more towards it these days.
I think they are using people who have used it, who have taken it to create a comfortability with it.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew they were going to go this route. Just get a couple celebrities. All they need is Cardi B to take it now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to sign up.
Honestly. But, like, there's, like, a lot of people who's been saying, like, you know, they still don't have, like, the cure for, like, cancer or the cure for this and the cure for that.
HIV, all that stuff.
HIV and all that stuff. But it's like, I feel like they put more of an effort into, like, the whole COVID thing because it brought down nations. You know what I'm saying? Like shut us off for months at a time.
Yeah, it's all about
so they really put a footprint in people's asses and saying, like, yo, get this shit done now. As opposed to like this, where it's just killing, it's killing this many people, or this is killing this many people, but you know,
I still don't
it's
think
not shutting us all down or anything. I think that's more so.
I still don't think it's about human lives. I think it's completely about, you know, how we are economically right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
it sucks to say it like that, but I mean,
that's what it comes down to. And I feel like those other, you know, big things aren't bringing down the economy the same way that COVID has.
Yeah, like complete shutdown. People saying, yeah,
mm-hmm.
We agree.
So it's like, why put the extra effort and the extra money into like vaccines for those?
Yeah, and argument has been lately too is that it usually takes like at least a decade to test the vaccine and to go through all these different cycles and, you know, the development and testing process. But it really begs the question of, is that really necessary if you're able to do it the turnaround is this quick? Well, I think we talked about it on a previous podcast where I just think a lot of people are investing in it and pushing for it and actually assigning resources to get this done a lot quicker because of basically what you're gonna outline before. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of sad, to be honest.
It's real sad, but you know, it's America.
That's the only way you can really wrap it up.
That's the country we live in.
But yeah, I've been like, honestly, like, away from the vaccine, I mean, not the vaccine, well, the vaccine and the pandemic and everything going on. I gotta say, I'm very thankful for the entertainment that we were receiving nonetheless. The free entertainment we were receiving nonetheless, with the verses going on. And then we obviously have our awards going on still too. And
also, I thought we would be able to talk about the new verses this time, but Ashanti has come down with COVID, so they had to reschedule that for January.
Right.
So hopefully she'll be doing okay and she'll be back to herself like really soon.
Yeah. But on top of that, we've had, you know, the verses too, which Apple hosts now. Mm-hmm. And then now we also had the Apple Music Awards, which happened recently as well.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I think it's new. I have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's new though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But one of the things that people kind of that I saw a lot of attention around was the win for Breakthrough Artist of the Year, which was Megan Thee Stallion. She did
she was Breakthrough Artist?
Yeah. So she did a pretty lengthy performance of her hits, and something bothered me.
What was that?
So do you remember when J-Lo, I think J-Lo performed at the American Music Awards, and her performance was kind of called out as being a replica of Beyonce's performance for one of the songs on, I think, the self-titled album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't remember. But she was accused for copying Beyonce. I don't know if Megan or anybody in her camp has really spoken out for her performance on Apple Music Awards, because there was a lot of comments under her post talking about this looks like Beachella.
Wow. Because
she was in the stands, basically doing a majorette type of a dance, and we know the last time we saw it on a large platform with a lot of dancing and all these like just more of a theatrical performance was from Beyonce. Oh. So it was in the stands, and then she had like the majorette type of a thing going, and I was watching it and I was like, so we're gonna drag J-Lo, but we're not gonna drag Megan for it. Because Megan did a song with her. Like, I don't understand why this is not a thing. Also, I do know that Megan's using Beyonce's dance or her choreographer.
Oh,
I believe.
Therein lies your answer.
Not really. Cause what if J-Lo said the same thing? I'm like, all right, you still stole, like.
You still stole Beyonce's dance.
But this is all coming back to the conversation of just like, I just don't. It's the originality thing for me, and the versatility. Because the one thing you're not supposed to do at the beginning of your career is solidify in your head another artist while somebody's watching you.
True.
I don't want to watch somebody and be like, oh yeah, it reminds me of Beyonce. Oh, that reminds me of... Like, no, like you have to create your own footprint. Then you can go on to do, like, what do you call it? Tributes.
Yeah, tributes
and everything like that.
And all that.
So I wasn't for that.
I don't want to see this performance now.
Yeah, I was very, like, I was watching it and I thought it was aesthetically pleasing. Like, I thought it was cool. Like, I didn't really watch, like, the whole thing. I watched, like, highlights and everything. Because, as you know, I'm not, like, a huge Megan fan like that. But, obviously, like, I like what she's, like I've said this before, I like what she stands for Black women. Which is basically her platform and her doing, you know, what she's the conversation that's around like female rappers and everything right now. I like that. I don't like what the conversation always is with her. And I'm not really into her lyrically, but I appreciate her presence there. I just am disappointed in her. In her career, like where it's going. I just want to see a little bit more out of. Actually, I want to see a lot bit more out of her. But yeah, that was kind of my thing with that. But then she did like I do love the conversation that WAP brought up this year too.
What conversation?
About WAP. Just basically like defying our 1950s ideal of what a woman should be that we've been kind of fighting for years now with the liberation of women and everything. With that being said, I think Snoop Dogg has some comments to say.
Yeah, it's weird. There's been like a lot of male rappers coming out and saying, "Oh, that song is," which is stupid to me.
Which is like, I feel like let's not be done here.
The fact that Snoop Dogg said something, Mr. Pimp himself.
This reminds me of a guy like I was talking to who was like, I posted like pictures of myself that like I was in like a swimsuit, but on his page he would just post like strippers and stuff, and then he's like, I thought you were turning into like, you know, you showing all your stuff off, and I was looking at him like you gotta be kidding me, right? Like this is the same thing with Snoop. Like I think that's what Offset, like, because they talked to Offset about it too, and Offset has something to say. With Snoop, like he said he's close to Snoop or whatever, like he can call him up at any time. He was like, he doesn't agree, like Cardi's grown. Male rappers talk about stuff like this all the time. They get pretty down and dirty with stuff too.
They get like that early too, like her 16-year-olds coming out. Like Young Berg, you ever listen to Young Berg when he first started? Goodness gracious.
But yeah, this has always been the type of it, like the type of talk that guys have been doing for years. It's just, I guess, out of a woman's mouth, they're not okay with it. So Offset was kind of like backing her up on it, which I appreciated. It was good to watch. I mean, nobody's still fucking with him like that. But we were happy to see that he was protecting this song.
It's like America really showed its ass this year.
Yeah, but they weren't on to basically congratulate her for the song because of the conversation it created.
Who?
Cardi. Like, she's Woman of the Year for Billboard.
Oh, like she is? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's dope. It's like everybody came out the woodwork this year. The people talking about the song, which was stupid, you know what I'm saying? Which comes back to the whole equality conversation between sexes and stuff. You got that came out this year. You got the races coming out heavy this year. It's just everybody, America showed its ass this year. And I am so ready for this year to be done. Not to say the next year is going to be better, but hopefully it'll be something different.
Yeah, I think we're all open for that. We got 13 days left in the year.
Some more shit could happen too. We just lost Debo.
I know. We lost our sheriff. We lost, like, there's just a lot of people that we're losing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad. Like, this has been a really stressful and exhausting year, like, in totality. Like, it's just been a really rough year. Watch me. Breakdown's been a really... like...
No, it's just been all like... over the place, like... Turn
it off! Stop the camera. Dead ass.
Dead ass, stop the camera right now.
No, like, it's
I'm gonna break your camera, no cam.
It's been rough. Like, it's been really rough. And I'm just hoping that next year's a lot better and we can finally start traveling again. Like, I haven't traveled all this year. Like, this is gonna be like the first legit off day I've had in a while. Like, this next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so nice to do because it's just been nonstop, just like it's been hard.
I know I want to travel.
Yeah, like I'm really banking on hopefully next year.
One of my homies said was like, you should come to Greece with us. And I was like, Greece?
I will literally fold my body into a suitcase and sneak in there because I want to go to Greece too.
Greece?
I have a passport this year too, so that
didn't even cross my mind to even think about going to Greece, but I would love to go to Greece.
It's beautiful. I've heard it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And I heard the food is impeccable. The coffee. Feta. The hummus. It's delicious. I would love to go there. I would love to see that place, that in Bali. Just this is a lot of places I want to go. I love beach destinations.
Ooh.
And I would just
I'm trying to get up there in Greece and see what's popping out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe never come back.
Man.
I don't know.
Man.
That's how I felt about Hawaii. You don't know.
Yo, the last day of Ohio, great party.
Wow.
Hawaii, I'm sorry. Hawaii.
Great party.
The last day of Hawaii, I've never experienced depression.
If you had seen the sadness on our faces.
Somebody should have played like an old, like, I don't know, like some old song, like sad song. We were walking next to this like river that was in front of our hotel. You could see like the demise and the sadness. Like, we was like kicking rocks, like like,
hey, where did you be?
Man, we was sitting on the bench just looking at the water, like, it's like, you know how you start breathing different because you know you got like, you just like, bro, it's really over.
Wasn't
like,
it raining a little bit too?
It was. I did not
sitting in the rain.
I didn't expect, like, I knew it was gonna be a beautiful experience, but I didn't know that I was gonna be that depressed on the last day.
Oh, I was mad invested in being there.
Yeah, like, and it was just everything was just so amazing.
And it was so wild too, because it was like a bunch of shitty stuff happened to us while we was there, and it didn't knock us off course. Like, we wasn't like, it was bounce. Yeah,
no, and like usually the downtimes of when you're at your hotel are usually like not like anything crazy. Mm-hmm. But whenever you're done for the night, you just chilling out on the balcony, and there's always that beautiful breeze, and then you got the visuals of like the mountains, the water, and just everybody is just like out later too where we were like late too, and it was just like dope,
gorgeous.
Like, it was amazing. Like you could be up till like 3 a.m. and just be like just cool. Like the next morning you still happy because you're like, I'm in Hawaii, like not tired. If you are tired, let me go grab some coffee and lay on the beach. Like it's just. The vibes there are so cool. If you guys ever have a chance to go to Hawaii, I 110, 200, 300% like recommend it.
I add my 200% to that too.
500. 500%.
Over
9,000. It was just, yeah, I would definitely recommend going there if you guys can. Like, it was a beautiful, beautiful place to go. That's where I was supposed to be. Actually, I was supposed to be flying back right now.
A moment of silence for Hawaii.
I'm so salty. That was the first time I was there.
Mine ain't dead though.
I was finna fly first class for my first time.
Yeah. But COVID. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I could have. I don't know. I think they were closing back up the borders, but people have still been traveling regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Nobody
do it.
cares.
I can't do it.
Nobody cares.
I can't do it. It just feels too irresponsible to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap up this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be in Hawaii right now instead, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Michigan, living it up.
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas, is this week. So make sure you hug your loved ones. You never know what's going on. COVID out here, running around with his dick hanging out and shit, and being a whole badass. But yeah, make sure you guys are wearing your mask and all that. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified every time we release a brand new video here on this channel. So, thank you once again. We love you.
Love you. See you guys later.